We are live from the 4 Stripes Prize Challenge, Episode 4. This is Voon Lee on commentary. Joining me is Oliver Graham. Hi, Ollie.
Hey, Voon. How you doing?
Very well, thanks. Pretty exciting.
Hong Kong Jiu Jitsu today.
Hong Kong Jiu Jitsu, all the way in the darkest of the dark side here in Kowloon. Actually, a really interesting location, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, you would not expect to find this place.
Yeah.
In the midst of Hong Kong here, right?
Well, for those who aren't here to enjoy what is actually a really nice location for Hong Kong Jiu Jitsu, it's actually in a warehouse facility in Mong Kok, so extremely local, real taste of what local Hong Kong Jiu Jitsu looks like.
A really nice facility too.
Very nice, run by Black Belt Aramaki-san. You know, a big fixture in the Hong Kong Jiu Jitsu community, has been for some time. So we're excited to bring you the live stream for today. We're going to be getting started in just a little bit. All the teams are weighing in right now. Hopefully everyone comes in on weight. It would be terrible to come in to this final episode 5 points down.
The things being so tight to qualify for the grand final, you don't want to be giving out those 5 points.
So for a couple of these teams in particular. So today we got some pretty stellar lineup. We have the first match being Kowloon BJJ versus the Dogfathers. So Team Kowloon BJJ versus the Dogfathers. Team Kowloon BJJ with a couple of different lineup changes this time around. Connor Bavis back in after having been subbed out in the previous episode 2. And Andrei Brevov subbing in for Ed Jacobson, who unfortunately dislocated his finger.
Ouch.
In the last episode that he was in, episode 2. And they will be facing off against the Dogfathers, Gabriel Quiroz, Will Bray, and Roger Bachracharaya.
Great work on the pronunciation, I can't say it either.
And then the next big lineup we have is going to be Team Bolo Bao from Espada versus GFT Team Invincible, once again making the not too long trek down from Shenzhen.
Any changes on these guys?
Not that I know of. It looks like
I don't think so, right?
Maybe 1 or 2 changes. I feel like Lau Chunbong wasn't there last time for Team GFT. Okay. But definitely Woody and Nick Barber still in. And while we're waiting here, why don't we take a brief look at the previous couple episodes to check out the action that's been building up to this, the final episode before the grand final in April.
stuff.
So we're back. I hope you guys enjoyed a quick summary of all the action that we've had so far. Some really interesting action, from
the
the
matches have been great.
That's been great. Have been some great expression of the type of jiu-jitsu that we're seeing here in Hong Kong right now. Especially interesting given that it's just purple belts and blue belts. I've been really intrigued actually, seeing lots of different styles out there and lots of different games that people are employing.
Yeah, I mean, like each of the gyms kind of has their own style in how they're approaching the game, and it's amazing to see how those styles match up.
I think that's one of the attractions of this entire setup for this prize challenge. And so now the teams themselves, it looks like the weigh-ins are done, and I believe all teams have successfully weighed in under the 230 total team weight limit. Is that right, Ollie?
That's great, yeah, awesome.
And I'm sure for a lot of those teams it must be a huge relief, given that the way the point system works, you will get -5 points for any team that comes in even just a little bit over the 230 kilo weight limit. So just as a reminder for the point system, the setup tonight for the prize challenge will be 3 fights per team. The submission will get you 10 points. Give the team 10 points. A win by points will give them 5, and a tie will give you 1 point. So I think that's also going to make a big difference, especially to the leaderboard as we see it right now. So coming out of episode 3, we now have Lion's Pride, probably the favorite right now to kind of win it, at the top of the leaderboard, followed by Bolo participating tonight at 25, so it'll be very interesting to see how they go. Followed by Bonds at 21 points, Team GFT Invincible, another one of the interesting favorites this time around at 15 points, so they'll be very interesting to see what kind of strategy they employ. Kowloon BJJ Mongkok at 11, Righteous Jiu Jitsu at 10, Kowloon BJJ also participating tonight at 5, and the Dogfathers also at 5.
So we basically got one slot that's open, right, for teams to make it into the grand final. GF team already in there. Team Bonds won't be fighting this week, so we essentially have 3 of the teams tonight trying to fight for one slot to qualify for the grand final. So that's going to keep things super interesting in terms of strategy, in terms of whether they really push for the submissions or they can handle a couple of points wins.
I certainly think the onus is on the top 2 teams right now in this bracket, Bolo Bao and Team GFT Invincible, to think quite carefully about how they actually want to play it. Obviously, the matchups themselves are a little bit out of their hands, but now it's interesting to see what kind of adaptations the teams have made, especially again that they'll have managed to have seen the styles and the games that other teams have employed in the previous episodes. Down at the bottom of the table, Kowloon BJJ and Dogfathers up against each other. Honestly, there could be a lot of changes here.
Well, there's 30 points up for grabs potentially for each match, so the leaderboard could massively swing around.
That's right. So certainly I think both Kowloon BJJ and Dogfathers will be very, very incentivized to be getting as many subs as possible. Now we're waiting for things to line up.
As well against Kowloon BJJ, Team B, Team Bolo.
And now actually joining us here on the mats, we have actually one of the black belts themselves, Tiago from Team GFT Invincible. How are you doing tonight, Tiago? Are you excited for your team participating in this episode 4?
Yeah, we are very excited. It's second time we are coming here, and everything good. Everything going.
What do you think the most surprising thing has been so far out of all the various matchups that you've seen, or even just the teams that have been participating here in the prize challenge?
The level is pretty good, We have a little bit trouble to bring the team to Hong Kong. Most of the students get some problem with the visa to come to Hong Kong, so we have limitation spot to join the competition in Hong Kong. A little bit hard to us who live in China. But today we got help from Versus GFT in Hong Kong. We train together almost every week, and Bong is also helping us today. because one of the guys from the team could not come to Hong Kong today.
Well, that's fantastic. Thanks so much for making the trek up here. I know it was kind of it was a bit challenged, but honestly, based on what we saw in episode 2, Team GFT really brings it in terms of the crowd and the energy. I think you were the most well-represented team in the previous episode. So certainly for the people attending and the audience, they didn't have too many problems coming over.
Yeah, for sure. But we are happy to be here and to join this first competition from 4STRIPES, right? We are happy to be here. It's everything fine. It was everything good.
Great. And then, actually, based on what you saw out of episode 2, what did you as a coach make any kind of recommendations to your team, maybe to change the way that they've been approaching it at all?
Actually, no, we didn't change anything. Just keep it training, fix a little bit the mistakes from the last episode, but all the same. Even the sequence of the fights will be the same.
I think a lot of teams are employing the same strategy. Anyway, thanks so much, Thiago. I'll let you get back to your team. All the best tonight.
Thank you.
Os. Now we're doing the face-off between Team Dogfathers and Team Kowloon BJJ.
First match.
First matchup. So actually the first match, it looks like, will be for Team Kowloon BJJ versus Team Dogfathers. Will actually be Andrei Brekov versus Gabriel Quiroz, followed by Soon Lee versus Will Bray. And the last match, last fight will be Connor Bavis versus Raj Bachaya. Now we're doing team photos for Team Bolo Bao. Team Bolo Bao coming from Espada. The second team fielded from Espada, including Lions Pride.
Big depth of squad at Espada. Everyone wants to compete, right?
Certainly has a reputation for it. Definitely guys who kind of get after it. So I was not surprised when we saw quite a few of them take it up. What do you think about like the team makeup for Team Bolo Bao? It's quite interesting, I think. What do you think, Ollie? Like in terms of like,
they're going for the 2 purple belt, 1 blue belt mix.
Yeah.
Experience.
I think a different range in sizes. It seems that.
Yeah, I mean, they've also got a super tall guy, right? But in terms of weight, the weight looks evenly split between the team. I think the other 2 guys are kind of more like stocky, solid guys. So it's quite interesting to see how those styles are going to pan out.
Well, I think it just goes to show that even though we have a 230 kilo weight limit, and most of the teams have employed trying to get guys who are roughly the same weight, different body types certainly abound. So actually, you know, the choice of actually a total weight of 230 kilos seemed to have worked out pretty well.
Right.
And definitely allows for like a big diversity of different types of fights. So here we have Team GFT Invincible. Black belt is Thiago Santos. Thiago was mentioning just now that actually they very much enjoyed participating in this, but they actually found a lot of the team actually had great difficulty coming down to get visas to come over into Hong Kong.
Yeah, one of the challenges of being in this part of the world, right?
I think that's right. So I'm actually intrigued actually about the guys who actually did not manage to make it. Team GFT already doing really well with the guys who they have here.
Right. And GFT is another one of those well-known competitive teams in the world of Jiu-Jitsu. So again, probably a decent depth of squad.
Yeah, I think that's right. And not only just depth of squad. I think if you remember for episode 2. The audience representation by Team GFT
they always have a ton of support. Yeah.
Was significant. So certainly quite a few of them did not have as much trouble making their way across the border. Very serious, in some cases not so serious face-off.
Guys are having fun. That's what it's all about.
That's right. nice show of sportsmanship. I think everyone's about ready to go, actually. And you got to think, actually, about after 4 consecutive weeks, a lot of these teams must be quite relieved that actually the final episode is kind of here, and that they have a bit of a 3-week break between now and the final.
It's always hard preparing for one competition alone. Okay, you're going to have bigger brackets when you have that style of competition, so more matches on a single day. But the prep work you do before entering these tournaments, it's grinding, it's draining. You want the fights on the day to feel easy compared to the training you do. So keeping this going for around a month, it's seriously hardcore. Right? There's a lot of work that goes into it.
That's definitely true. That's not even withstanding the diets that a lot of these teams advocate, especially the ones who've decided to cut weight. So the 4-week commitment, I think, actually speaks a lot to the the discipline that a lot of these teams are employing just to kind of make it to the mats in the first place.
Yeah, quite a few guys have had to shed some pounds to make that 230 kilo weight limit.
And then to your point, I think if you actually take a look at the changing lineup of a lot of the teams, you realize that actually that is definitely a product of just how hard and how serious a lot of these teams are taking this entire competition.
Totally. Unfortunately, injuries are part of the sport of Jiu-Jitsu, and not even getting injured, but just the wear and tear on your body, stuff adds up, right? And the longer you do this, trying to maintain your body and keep it in good condition to perform on a single day is hard work, right? It's another factor that you have to build into the game.
I think that's definitely something that people are thinking on a lot more these days, but for the longest time, it definitely feels like one of the unspoken parts of the gentle art. And if anything, that part itself is probably more art than science altogether. Figuring out how to keep yourself healthy, how to train for the long run, how to keep yourself competitive, how to keep yourself even motivated, actually.
Right.
I think for a lot of people, it's interesting. I think one of the motivations that JK and the team have at 4STRIPES for this competition is to show people an outlet, another way of how to participate in Jiu-Jitsu itself, and also possibly to inspire a lot of the blue belts out there, maybe get over the blue belt blues, the hump that a lot of people kind of face.
Yeah, you can spend a long time there in blue belt and any belt really, but blue belt seems to be one where a lot of guys will spend 3, 4, 5, 6 years plus, and for various reasons, maybe they have to take a long break because of an injury. Maybe they get, like you say, the blue belt blues, and then they're lacking motivation to keep coming back to training. It's one of those things that Jiu-Jitsu teaches you in the long run is to just keep showing up.
More than half the battle, right? A black belt is a white belt, you never quit. But it's funny, I think we all know someone who's kind of been like that 9-year blue belt, rocking up the competitions. Right? I think there's probably a sweet spot, actually. You want those 9 years to be in your 20s, maybe not in your 30s, right. I think.
You kind of got more time left in your competing lifespan.
I think so. There's a big difference between participating in Masters 1 and Masters 3 than participating in the adult division at a lot of these competitions.
Absolutely.
So it looks like all the teams have weighed in. They've done like their ceremonial face-offs. Now we can look forward to the first bracket. It's going to be Team Kowloon BJJ versus the Dogfathers. I think this will be quite interesting. The Dogfathers themselves, one of the only blue belt only.
Representing Shanghai BJJ. BJJ Revolution team.
BJJ Revolution. Carlson Gracie, old school.
Under pleasure of training with these guys every day.
Right. Jiu-Jitsu. So I'll pass you over to JK, founder. Okay, also, reminder, there are cameras around the competing area. So there's a camera over there in that corner, and there's a camera in that corner, and also over here. So please be mindful where you place your butts and where you're standing, because you'll just block the view of all the action. So just be aware of where you are. Without further ado, I'll hand you over to JK, the creator of all of this. Say a few words today.
I know. episode 4, season 1, 4-stripe price round. Welcome to season 1, episode 4, the final episode of the regular season of the 4-stripe price round. It's going to be an exciting night tonight. Very exciting night tonight. After tonight, you will know which 4 teams will be qualified for the grand final on April 13th. Super excited. I want to thank you, Hong Kong Jiu Jitsu and Professor Aramaki, for lending us this space to host this last episode. Thank you. I want to thank you, our marketing partner, STRIPES, John Dynamic Noco, to make this happen. I want to thank you, our 2 referees today, Ryan Chen and Professor Taku. And our scorekeeper, Peter Long, thank you very much. And also, if you're watching live on YouTube, I want to thank you, the 2 commentators, Vin Lee and Ollie Graham. Good luck to you all. Let the best team win.
Okay, we're underway.
So let's get started. Fight 1 will be between Calvin BJJ and the Dog Fathers. So coming from Calvin BJJ will be Andre Burkhoff, Soon Lee, and Connor Davis. From the Dog Fathers, Gabriel, Will, and Roger. So first fight of the day will be Andre versus Gabriel. So let's go on up and let's get started.
Here we go. Ready to kick off. Looks like it'll be a blue belt versus blue belt match.
Not too much size discrepancy. I guess Andre is coming in slightly bigger than Gabriel in this case.
Now we have Ryan reffing. And we're off. So both men keeping standing. Fighting for grips.
Nice.
Gabriel got the collar
pulls.
grip. Gabriel looking to sweep. Gabriel keeping collar grip.
Nice, got a single leg X.
Gabriel almost working the Ashigrami.
Yep.
Bring it up.
2 points.
Gabriel coming up. 2 points for Gabriel. Gabriel coming in from Brazil. You can obviously hear Coach Kaiki giving instructions in Portuguese. Now it looks like Andre has
Got the leg loops on the right hand side here. Gabriel's just got to watch his arm and his neck in case this triangle gets thrown up here.
Andre getting a deep collar grip.
Yeah. Real deep.
What would you be working here if you were Gabriel? What would you be working here if you were Gabriel?
I want to come to the top and start trying to put pressure onto this and looking to pass the leg drag. That leg
looks like
across.
Andre's got his foot stuck deep inside the collar. That's counting as a foul.
Yep. So 1 penalty there for the foot inside the gi.
Okay, so we have 4 minutes 30 seconds left. Gabriel has got 2 points to 0. Team Dog Fathers 2 points to 0.
And so they're doing the right thing here, yeah. Coming to the top. So we
Gabriel
can try,
coming out
either
of
turn
like
the
a straight
corner to
Achilles.
turn the corner here to his left side, or we can try and work the leg drag. Pass to the right side. Andre's doing a great job of keeping really strong legs here, making it hard for Gabriel to stay tight. He's got to watch the Uma attempt here.
Looks like the Uma is...
Okay, Gabriel's doing a good job of turning towards. He's got to watch the sweep.
Gabriel putting the knee across Andre. Blocking the omoplata all the way. Andre holding on to the belt, actually preventing Gabriel from really backstepping out of this position.
Yeah, if Gabriel can step over here, he's going to basically undo the knot of the omoplata and he'll be in a better position. But Andre's doing a good job of controlling the leg or controlling the belt. preventing him from stepping over. Gabriel's really dropping his weight there, making it hard for Andre to work a sweep. Doing a great job of keeping his pace. Okay, that was the wrist there, right?
So it looks like Andre will probably get the 2 points with the sweep.
Yeah, so they'll reset in the middle here. And should be, yeah.
It looks like Ryan will probably be giving him 2 points with the sweep after the reset. And there it is.
Come back!
Where is actually Gabriel's left arm? It's still stuck on it?
I think he's around the leg. I can't see from this angle.
So 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. They're both 2-2 on the score. With one foul. Andre locking in the triangle.
Right hand hold the leg. Right hand hold the leg.
Gabriel trying to
He's trying to get his leg across his body so he can get pressure off his neck and bust out the triangle here. He's doing a good job of getting his feet inside.
He's got his foot on the on Andre's right arm.
Make your right hand free. Yes.
Do you think Andre could finish the triangle from this position?
This position is really hard because he needs to be able to pull Gabriel's head down. Adjust his triangle.
Andre trying to adjust right now.
Gabriel
really needs to posture up. We'll come back to this position here. Put his left leg inside the knee and try and break open the triangle of Andre.
I think Gabriel looking just to survive right now.
He's doing a good job here of keeping that leg across the body to make it hard for Andre to sit up and grab his head.
I think that's right.
So you can see the tension on the triangle. See the tension on the legs of Andre that Gabriel's making.
Gabriel doing a good job, and now
A really good job of defending. So see the leg of the triangle across the back there as an angle. That's going to make it really hard for Andre to get it tight and finish it. Yeah, that's what Gabriel needs to be pulling. Inside the knee here, once he's got his legs across the body.
Andre looping in Gabriel's left arm.
Andre's definitely going to get a triangle for this because Gabriel's been put in a dangerous situation. Just 1 minute left in the match. We'll see if Gabriel can get out of this situation.
Gabriel doing a real great job with his feet.
He's really preventing Andre from breaking his posture down.
34 seconds left. As it stands, actually, given the foul, if they finish in this position,
Gabriel's going to be overtime, and it's going to come down to a referee decision.
Well, he's down one foul, so does that count towards the point?
He's going to get an advantage for this triangle, which Ryan hasn't given yet.
But under the 4 stripes rule, there are no advantages.
Oh yeah, of course. Right. So actually, if Gabriel survives this, then he's going to come out on top.
So he'll win, but just by the penalty,
Yes,
correct?
correct.
So although there aren't, and it's time. So the final score being 2-2 with one penalty towards Team Calvin BJJ.
Match. So Gabriel's going to take it, and so that's going to be a points win. Points win for the Dogfathers, right?
I believe it is a points win for the Dogfathers.
The winner of this first match is the Dogfathers, Gabriel. Winning by points.
Great work by Gabriel to survive that attack for so long.
That was right. It was a very close match.
Definitely taking a toll on him for the amount of
I
effort.
think definitely taking a toll on both men, actually. So Gabriel with the initial sweep,
5 total points.
Andre the reversal, and then Gabriel doing a great job fighting off that triangle for almost 3 minutes.
Every round is 6 minutes.
Okay, so second
No
match.
advantages. Penalties
Now we're
are
waiting for our
allowed.
second match between Team Calvin BJJ and Team Dogfathers. Soon Lee from Team Calvin BJJ and Will Bray from the Dogfathers.
For anyone taking pictures in the audience, please hashtag 4
Well, it's a quick 3-minute break here, right?
That's a 3-minute break. Let the teams sort themselves out. while we're waiting, I'd like to give a great big thanks to our event sponsor, Hong Kong Jiu Jitsu.
Come check it out, train with Aramaki-san.
That's right. So what do you think about that match, Ollie?
It was a great match, super close. Guys obviously quite technically well matched. Gabriel started off getting the sweep. Andre managed to hook up that omoplata, used that to sweep Gabriel back, and then as Gabriel was defending that, managed to transition to a triangle.
Yeah, I think that's right. I feel like there were not a lot of unforced errors there. I think both men really kind of working their games, being very technical, making the right choices, both on attack and defense.
Absolutely, yeah. Very exciting match, very technical match.
Well, I think that also represents like where we are in episode 4. Everyone really not looking to give a lot of ground here. Everyone looking to gain ground. Each team kind of knowing, especially between Dogfathers and Calvin BJJ, that this would make the difference about them being kind of basically bottom of the heap versus maybe mid of the pack, maybe
so
even better.
It jumps the Dogfathers up to 10 points, so they're now level with Righteous Jiu-Jitsu on 10 points. First match, let's see how it pans out.
What do you think about this match coming up between Soon Lee and Will Bray? Actually, why don't we take a look a little bit at Soon Lee versus Will? There was an interview that we had earlier this week where Soon talked
I'd like to fight the guy that got the flying triangle entry into the Ezekiel choke. I think he was the most technical of all the three, so it'd be an interesting fight, I think. He seemed to be a guard player as well, so it's just the way he was moving, the way he was preparing. Leading up to the comp, he seemed really calm as well. So I think it could be a pretty interesting matchup.
Back.
Yeah, so Soon didn't get the matchup he wanted. He was looking to fight with Roger, but nevertheless, this is going to be a really interesting match.
Will Bray with the green and gold. Soon Lee.
Here we go.
Here we go. It'll be interesting to see to keep his standing. Soon Lee, obviously from episode 2, playing a predominantly worm guard game. See if it's pretty much the same strategy this time around.
Yeah, we knew from the first episode that Soon loves the lapel guard game. Definitely a guard player. Great defense there from Will on that triangle attempt.
Very, very active guard from Soon.
Yeah, very active indeed. Checking Will's base, different hooks.
Will obviously has been watching the tape, knows what Soon is going to go for immediately. Did the right defense, yanking that lapel out of Soon's grip.
Keep checking the hand, keep checking the hand, hold A, keep checking the hand. You know it is, checking the hand.
Coaching team from Team Dogfathers also on the same page.
This is kind of what makes it interesting in the league format again, right? Is that you see these guys fighting in the previous weeks. And you can kind of look at the strategy they played, the game they played, and then you can strategize against it. And I think the Dogfathers have done some of that this week. We saw in Soon's first match, it was very technical guard, lapel guard type game. And Will's seems to be doing a really good job of not letting him establish that game. So let's see if Soon adjusts his strategy here.
I think that's the intriguing thing about this overall format altogether. I think before the 4 Stripes Challenge, I think people only had a rough idea of what the types of games.
And you're going to fight so many different people on the day. You can't just prepare for one guy, right?
Yeah, that's right. But certainly the benefit of actually having this stretched out over a number of different episodes allows people to adapt and to adjust and actually train. And I would think for a lot of blue and purple belts, maybe even expand their games.
Right. So 2 minutes into the match, 4 minutes remaining.
0 points on the scoreboard.
Very even so far.
Break it. If he wants it, you break it. You know what to do. Rip it out. And again.
Once again, very, very specific coaching from Team Dogfathers. Exploding into potential side control.
Great recovery from Soon.
Great recovery from Soon. Fully inverted right now. You can see Soon actually working for the
He's
lapel
trying to open the
underneath.
lapel, yes. Very nice. Very nice. And he's got the inverted lapel guard. Wow, what a setup.
Will staying pretty heavy on his base. Very nicely defended. There you go, Soon. Happy
We're
to
just trying to
continue
find another
playing
way
by
in here.
guard.
Trying to control those legs. Super active legs from Soon. Very difficult to deal with.
What do you think about just grabbing the toes, that sort of foot grip for someone with a guard like Soon?
The hardest thing here is to find your entrance, right? As soon as you try and step in, as soon as going to grab, as soon as going to try put a hook, try to tie you up.
Soon playing the spider guard now.
So he's switched.
Will using his legs. Stepping back. Once again. Very conscious of breaking the grip of Soon every time he gets his hold of the lapel.
He has really good guard retention.
Very quick,
Every time
very
Will's getting
agile
close to
guard.
passing here, Will's using very explosive passing techniques. But every time he gets close to establishing side control, Soon's legs are coming in and re-establishing the guard.
But I have to say, compared to the first time that we saw Soon compete in episode 2, I think Will is doing a far more effective job of contending with.
He's really not letting Soon establish the game that he wants to play. So, but that said, Soon's guard is very strong, and Will can't find a way through it yet.
I think it was a similar issue with, I believe it was Team Lion's Pride the last time. Okay. Will content with going into Soon's close guard.
Soon establishes close guard.
1 minute 30 seconds left.
All tied up, zero
all
everything.
That's right, 0 points on.
Goes very closely matched. So Will's passing, getting neutralized by Soon's guard play. But Soon's not able to work a sweep. He's not able to work many attacks so far.
Will with the possible weight advantage.
Soon almost getting a sweep there. But now he's stepped it up to a triangle.
Lightning fast triangle
set
thrown up.
Hasn't locked the triangle yet.
Will posturing well.
And Will bust out of it.
Close guard. 50 seconds left. Triangle thrown up again. Will cognizant of that. Really
He's
posturing.
keeping great posture there so that Soon can't posture up and
Lapel being passed over Will's head. Posture is being broken down.
Soon trying to set up a lapel choke here.
Soon doing a good job of even just threatening that, allowing Will to just break his posture down. Soon moving into Owakata. Will moving up. Soon getting the 2 points for the sweep
Great
with
sweep by
only
Soon.
14 seconds left to go.
Super technical.
Taking the back. Not quite settled on the hooks.
He only got the points for the sweep there because he didn't establish back control. So just the 2 points, but I think he's got the other one.
We are tied.
One at a time.
And once again, quite a close match.
Wow, super close and then right down to those final 30 seconds or so. Great job by both guys. Very technically well matched, guys.
Great win there. We'll take another 2-3 minute break
He
here
had held on.
for the next battle.
So now it looks like Team Calvin BJJ and Dogfathers tied up at 5 points apiece, each with a win by points. Both by two very, very close matches. It definitely seems that both teams came very well prepared. Team Dogfathers
Awesome
in
match.
particular, I think, working the strategies on this.
They'd obviously studied Calvin BJJ's and especially Soon's game here, and they worked out the plan to try and neutralize the guard. And for 5 minutes and 30 seconds, they did just that.
That's absolutely right.
And this is what we're trying to do.
That's well done considering that they did not know who the exact matchups were going to be.
Where they go into a sudden death round, where each of the team members have 1 minute to be the first one to score points. Or
So just to clarify, that last match between Will and Soon actually submitted Will with the last minute, probably within the last 5
Last
seconds.
5 seconds there, he had that armbar on real tight.
Inverted armbar on tight. So well done to Team Cowan BJJ. Really pulling it out at the last second. Once again, proving that Soon's guard was actually incredibly difficult to deal with.
And super technical, very tricky guard.
So despite Soon actually originally wishing that he had got the matchup with Roger, still did very well, even with a very well prepared Will Bray from Team Dogfathers.
And speaking of Roger, next match.
Speaking of Roger, let's do a little flashback to what has been the fastest sub so far
Of the whole season.
of the
right?
whole season, courtesy of Roger from Dogfathers. For our third fight, Connor versus Roger, Team Cowan BJJ. Immediate action, off the break. Connor working underneath. Roger maintaining his base, staying heavy on top.
Roger's going for the choke again here. I think he has good grip on it.
Roger going for a cross choke from the top.
Kind of inverted cross collar here.
You want it, Roger?
Roger holding onto it tight, but Connor really framing. Connor's still feeling pretty confident on top, not really fighting the hands.
Roger, replace it.
2 points to Team Cowan BJJ for the sweep.
Yeah, so Connor in the scramble there. Came on the 2 points. I'm not sure if Roger had the choke held all the way through that though.
It didn't seem that Connor was that bothered by it.
Okay, maybe it wasn't deep. Referee Ryan awarding the points there.
Roger working from guard now. Connor trying to do a knee cutter cross.
Yes, he has the good leg drag position. Great pass from Connor there.
Securing.
Oh, nice reversal.
Connor throwing the baseball choke from the bottom. Seems that Roger is very aware of what Connor's doing.
But 5 points down, so he has work to do here.
4 minutes to go.
4 minutes 30 seconds.
No points for the reversal for Roger.
Right. To get the points, you need to be in a guard to get the sweep. And there's no guard there. Roger just reversed from the bottom side control position.
Nice pass by Roger. Quick in the knee. Trying to
Couldn't
climb
quite
it
get over
down.
the knee there. Still no points for Roger in that
Roger
sequence.
being very athletic and very active, but not securing position or getting points.
So Connor doing a great job here, of keeping that inside hook, making it difficult for Roger.
Push away, head up.
What would you do here if you were Roger in this position?
So first thing, you got to try and find your guard, whatever guard you want to play, and then you're going to be looking to sweep back to the top.
Use the knee, push him away.
Or you're going to be looking for your attacks from the bottom position.
Okay.
Roger trying to come up the top.
Stay heavy, Roger. You're good, Two.
Use the knee.
So pause in the action here. Looking for a towel. Is there a bit of blood? No, I think it might just be some saliva that has fallen out.
It happens.
This is another example of how hard guys are working here. Another reset again. Waiting for a step right, and we're off.
You win 5 points.
Connor coming up in single leg X.
So 3 minutes halfway through the match now. Connor playing single leg X.
Connor's foot really stuck in that lapel. 2 minutes and 48 seconds left in the clock.
We're just trying to work the pass, but again, Connor finding good block with his knee there, left knee.
I mean, Roger doing well with various passes of the guard, but not really
Yeah, he's
securing
almost stepping to
position.
mount there, but again, Connor finds that knee inside, right?
Good job.
Connor trying to work for a straight Achilles lock on the bottom.
Yeah, he tried to put like there. Again, feel it.
Foot lock. Roger not
I've
really
just got
doing
those
enough
rubber
of his
feet,
grip.
flexible feet.
Yeah.
Get on the top, man. I just won.
Belly down. Roger going for the choke.
Break the grip. Push
Only 2 minutes left.
Roger again.
Push his chest.
Roger really working for the submissions.
Yes, okay.
Kind of wish that he would be more points focused with at least 2 minutes still left on the board. Connor now up 7 points to 0.
Yeah, I mean, Roger's doing great at trying these attacks and really going for the submission.
I think he knows with the Dog Fathers down 5 points to 10 that this would be what makes all the difference,
Absolutely.
and certainly to their overall point score. 20 seconds to tie your
Just
belt.
under 2 minutes left.
There are 2 minutes left.
7 points to Connor. And 0 for Roger and 1 penalty for Roger.
Here we are. Reset in the middle.
Come back.
And begin
There
again.
we go.
Here we go.
Fine. 2 minutes.
Good, good.
Connor sitting into guard.
You wanted to go for it.
Roger trying something fairly
Yeah, unorthodox stuff there.
unorthodox indeed. Like a cartwheel pass. Connor grabbing the lapel. Some high stakes acrobatics here.
Absolutely. Looking for the pass there.
Where
Again,
locked
Roger doing
into
a great
single
job
leg.
of following with his legs, keeping his guard in play, and then whenever Roger lands, finding his guard again.
Yeah, I think Connor doing a good job anticipating kind of the unorthodox movement that
Right.
Roger's employing. And really getting a hold of grips.
You have a minute 15. Straight. Go for it. On that first.
From my angle, it looks like Roger's really feeling the exertion that he's put into it so far. A minute and 4 seconds left. Connor's
Connor
securing
getting
the
the foot
straight
lock in
foot
there.
lock.
He's threatening it a few times there.
He was threatening it too.
Finally found the spot.
They locked it in tight. The tap came quick.
Great effort from both guys again. Super close.
Well done from both guys.
Very exciting, dynamic match.
That's right. So Calvin BJJ gets another 10 points for the sub, putting them at a total of 20 points.
And the winner is Connor Davis.
Moving them through to the final for the day.
By submission.
Once again, a very exciting, quite evenly matched up
Yep, absolutely.
pair. I have
We've
to
got
say.
another short break before we move on to our next match between GF Team Invincible and Bolo Hong Kong.
As we said, Next big matchup will be Team GFT Invincible for Team Bolo Bao. Definitely a very kind of well-contested match, one that most people will be looking for to see what happens in effectively the top four, whoever moves on into the final. A lot of implications. What do you think about that last match that we saw there, Ollie?
Yeah, again, very evenly matched. Very evenly matched. Yeah, Roger bringing his dynamic game that we expect to see from him. But in the end, couldn't find a way past Connor's guard. Connor's doing a great work with that inside hook. So that whenever Roger was trying to pass the man, trying to cartwheel pass, the hook was always there. Knee shield was up. There is no pass. In the end, Connor managed to, after threatening a couple of times, lock up the straight foot lock and get the submission. 10 points for Cameron.
We definitely saw Connor threatening it throughout the match. I mean, I was impressed when he finally kind of locked it in. It was clear that he was making adjustments all along. That final tap came very quick.
Very quick. So that time he found the connection he needed, and the lock was very strong.
Happy birthday.
So we're back actually with Soon. How you doing? Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Soon, team captain for Team Kowloon BJJ. Got to be happy with the results so far.
Yeah, we're very happy actually. The two bigger guys that were in our team got injured, so we replaced them with lighter guys, but we still ended up with more points than last time, so it's good.
So what do you think about the matches they had so far? Were any surprises that were had? Things kind of didn't go the way you expected them to be?
Not really. It went as planned. It's just that last time I was a little bit more complacent, but this time I was trying to be a little bit more active, looking for more entries and submissions. So, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of impressive because I think one of the things that Ollie and I both kind of noticed, I guess with this format having stretched over 4 weeks, people get to see people's games kind of develop, and they get to prepare for them too. And I think we saw that with Will as well, who came pretty prepared for your worm guard and your lapel game. How did you feel about that?
He reacted the way that I wanted him to actually. He was wasting a lot of energy trying to break the lapel, but that's definitely not the way you want to deal with it, I think. I was just trying to drag him into my game, make them waste their energy, and then capitalize on that.
You certainly did a fantastic job with that and getting the tap with only about, I would say, 4 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, I just gave it my all there.
Well, I think that's kind of made a huge difference for you guys for Team Kowloon BJJ with kind of 20 points now, pushing you up from what was, 7th place at 6 points to a total of 26 points now. So that kind of puts you between Bolo Bao and Team Bonds in 3rd place. What do you think about the matchup now between Team Bolo Bao and GFT Invincible? What are your predictions for that fight?
I think Team Bolo Bao is going to take it. I know some of the guys there. I've heard about them. They're pretty technical. Watch the GFT guys. I mean, they're not bad, but I think the weights, the strategy for the weight they went for is not very good. Like one huge guy and 2 smaller guys. So
yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that kind of matches up. So will you be changing anything for your team moving in, depending on who you face in the final tonight?
No, I mean, we'll see. Maybe the order, but we're happy with the results so far, so we got to think over it.
Well done. We're looking forward to the rest of the matches. Congrats again.
Our second fight of the evening between Team Bolo Bao and GFT Invincible. So first up from Bolo Bao, we have Justin Tay. And from GFT Invincible, we've got Woody. Come on up to the mat, guys. Go.
So size difference on this one.
Certainly the case.
Really the biggest guy of this season, I think.
I think that's right. Coming in about a very svelte 92 kilos.
Right.
Here we are, starting on the feet. This guy's keeping low. This is seen.
Justin breaking grips and electing to pull. Finding a half guard.
I think what's intriguing about this was that the previous matchup was in episode 3 or 2 was Team GFT against Lions Pride. Lions Pride obviously also from Team Espada, along with Bolo Bao. So I wonder how much of information there's been.
So the previous, so in episode 2 it was the Dogfathers versus GFT, right? And we had Gabriel fighting Woody.
That's right.
In the first match.
That's right. But Teams Lions Pride were there at the same time, so I guess no, Teams Lions Pride did.
They did fight in the final of the day, exactly.
Yeah. So it'd be interesting how much information was kind of traded on the mats themselves. So we see now Woody from Team GFT work out of half guard.
So Woody trying to use that underhook on the left arm of Justin. Trying to work out what angle he's going to use to pass here. Justin trying to work a deep half guard.
It seems like Woody's doing a good job controlling where Justin's head position. Not really letting him get into real deep half guard.
Yeah, Justin wants to be way deeper underneath him in this deep half guard position, and Woody's doing a good job of not letting him get under there. Being super heavy on that side of his body.
Woody's certainly employing shoulder pressure right now. From this angle, can't quite tell if he's moving to 3/4 guard.
He's trying to get the knee down on that side and trying to isolate that arm too. Justin doing a good job of keeping it tight to his body, not letting it get extended. Free Taki-san, moving them back to the center of the mat.
I think only Taki-san could have moved him into the center of the mat.
Definitely done his weight training for the day.
Yeah.
Woody putting a ton of pressure here. He may even have it attacking a wrist lock here.
It does look that way.
Justin surviving that one. His wrist looked in not a great position, but at least he's keeping his arms inside and tight.
Justin employing a lockdown, would you say? Just employing a lockdown on the feet.
Okay, yep.
Fighting for the underhook. 3 minutes left on the clock. Still working on bottom. What would you do here if you were Justin? Especially facing a much larger competitor.
Yeah, I mean, the overall strategy doesn't change hugely. You want to be, if you're Justin, you're going to try to get that underhook on his left side. Trying to work a sweep or trying to isolate Woody's arm, Woody's left arm maybe, and work an attack here. Or possibly thinking about how he can transition his guard.
Well, Justin's doing a pretty good job so far of not giving up anything.
Yeah, and he almost got a shot there with that underhook on Woody's right hand side. Woody's thinking about trying to attack a choke here maybe. Cross collar. Justin blocking with his right arm so that Woody can't get very deep on the collar there. Woody giving up on that.
Well, once again, Justin probably training with Doug at Espada. And we've seen Doug actually finish fights from this angle too.
So he's probably used to experiencing it.
Woody looking really trying to get his
super heavy here. Thinking about doing a kneecap pass, using the whizzer. Oh, and Justin's actually got Woody's belt here. Kind of which is going to make it harder for Woody to take out that leg and get the pass.
Woody trying to frame quite heavily with Justin's face.
Justin doing a great job there to spin around, replace his guard.
A minute and 18 seconds left to go. Time is restarted.
All tied up still. 0 everything. Woody almost getting to 3/4 now.
Not quite getting his knee to the ground. He might have it now. What would you do here if you were Woody?
Yeah, I'd do exactly what Woody's doing here and try and isolate that arm or attack the neck. Great work. Oh, he got the 2 already before he swept back, so 2-2.
2-2.
Amazing back and forward action there. Justin couldn't quite establish top position to get control over Woody, and Woody was able to sweep right back.
But enough to secure the points, certainly. So enough to get the points, but not enough to actually maintain that top position. And time. Time for a reset in
add a few
center.
seconds onto the clock there for the time stop.
For time stoppage. Out of bounds. Pausing the action.
Justin not wanted to give her that hard fought position there, but first attack is calling the reset as they go out of bounds.
Understandably.
Very hard fought.
Was that the right call?
Really clearly out of bounds there,
Out
and
of
for the
bounds.
safety of the crowd who was sat right on the edge of the mat.
Yeah.
This is correct for Taki-san to pull power there and reset them in the middle.
So we're going to reset a neutral position.
Neutral position. The sweep wasn't established.
There you go. Justin pulling guard. Turn down. Woody sprawling very hard. 2 seconds left on the clock.
2.5 seconds. Anyone can get a score that's going to determine it. Otherwise, we're going to have a draw in this match. Wow, look at the action there.
That's right. I think
I don't know if that was
came,
enough to get the 2 points right at the end. Justin doing a great job of
I think that
scoring
came
on it.
after time, actually.
Yes, I. No, this thing is already. You got 2 seconds. No more than 3 seconds.
Steve.
So the result of this fight is a draw.
That's a tacky awarding advantage, but we know advantages don't count in this format. So yeah, a draw for these guys. Super close match. Again, very technical. Justin did a great job against the much bigger Woody there.
Right.
Not giving up the pass.
Well done nullifying what looked to be a fairly intimidating opponent, actually.
Absolutely.
There's 2.5 seconds left, even less than takedown.
Holy shit, that's a big difference.
So with a draw, both teams getting 1 point each. We're taking a 3-minute break right now before our second matchup of match 2, second fight of match 2, between Joel La versus Lao Chunbong. Any big surprises so far, Ollie, when you're in that action just now?
I don't think so. Like again, 2 purple belts. Again, the size mismatch. Maybe you'd expect Woody to be able to pressure pass, get into a really tight position, but Justin was working his guard very well. Made it super difficult, tying up the leg of Woody, so he couldn't really switch to a knee cut type position and pass through there. So
I think Justin did very well, especially from the bottom, especially from a technical standpoint, really not giving up any unforced errors, not giving up anything for Woody to really work with.
and towards the end of the match, he worked that sweep. He came up on top, albeit quite briefly, and allowing Woody to sweep back. But man, being able to hold down a guy who's much bigger than you, really difficult.
Very impressive showing by Justin. Once again showing that both teams from Team Espada being very competitive in this entire season. Second matchup.
Fight
Joel
two
Lau.
between Bolo Lau and GF team will be Joe Chuck as well as Bomb. Joe Chuck and Bomb.
Yes. Color side is Joe.
A little confusion about which side to start off with. And we're off. There we go. Immediate full guard by Joel.
Joel, yeah.
Working, looking to see. In close guard once again. We've seen Joe actually finish fights in this position. Episode
Are you
1.
attacking the neck as well? He's got Ezekiel.
Getting Ezekiel in. Ezekiel loop choke. Oh, throwing up a very fast triangle. Action Bong doing a good job anticipating it.
Defending it well, keeping his arms safe. Trying to switch to an armbar now. So it's going to be really hard to defend.
Action Bong looking to drop the knee down on Joel. Seeing it unlock it.
Great job. Great job of Joel defending that. Be careful he doesn't give his back here.
Big sweep by Joel coming up on top.
Joel getting the 2.
Getting the 2 points. Now securing position. Being very heavy. Fun fact about Joel. Joel is works construction in his day job. So you got to look to him being surprisingly strong.
Wow, yeah.
He's probably got that sort of farm boy strength.
Definitely got a good control position here on
Interesting to see how Lachenbach contends with that. Keep on working that collar grip. Yeah, you see what he's trying to work for here, Ollie? What would you mean?
Bong needs to think about how he's going to try and get a sweep here. Yeah, maybe inverting, spinning under, maybe go kiss of the dragon and take the back.
Looks like he's working a reverse del Hibo.
Joel thinking about trying to get a leg drag here.
It looks like Lachenbach has his lapel under the leg, preventing it from moving. Joel looking to go for a crab ride.
Right, absolutely. Yeah. He's got his knees in the right spot.
Another 3 points, securing side control.
Pass the neck. Oh, you've got the wrist lock. Wow, we couldn't see from this side, but super quick.
Very fast. 3 minutes left on the clock, 3 minutes 30. Lightning fast wrist lock gives Joel and Team Bolo Bao the submission win.
That's a submission win to Joe Chuck from Bolo Bao.
Great match, again, really technical. Some back chasing. Eventually, it's super quick wrist lock on that side.
Right, incredibly fast wrist lock.
Please, just a kind reminder again to watch your butts. There are cameras on every corner of this competing area, so please watch your backs. You're not blocking the camera. We've got a live stream on Facebook.
Once again, Bolo Bao showing why that they are number 2 in the leaderboard. In fact, number 1 previous to last week's episode with a very convincing submission win.
So, okay, so we're 10 points up now for Bolo Bao.
10 points up for Bolo Bao.
It's got to be a sub win for GF team to level this up.
That's right. So
And then we can go to overtime maybe. Submission win's not going to be enough.
that's right. So just to recap, Bolo Bao and Team GFT Invincible tied up the first match, 1-1 in a draw. Very well contested brawl. And now Bolo Bao up by another submission win at 10, putting them at 11 so far. And as always said, Team GFT must be really looking for a submission win just to remain in the conversation.
So at the moment,
Also puts Bolo Bao to the top of the overall leaderboard on 36 points.
I think that was to be expected coming into this, unless something went truly wrong. They're sitting at 25 points, just 6 shy of where Lions Pride is right now. Not surprising where they are going to be at. It seems that they're definitely, at least by points, kind of a shoe-in to be in the final.
Absolutely, they're already in, yeah.
So, looking forward to our next and final matchup of
So for
match
GFT
two.
for GFT Invincible to qualify into the final, they should already be in, right? 16 points. And we had Kowloon BJJ got 20 points, right, from their
Kowloon
three
BJJ,
matches.
two
So they're on
subs, 20 points,
26.
that's 26.
Oh, so GFT, they actually need this if they're going to stay in for entry to the grand final.
I think that's right. So it's kind of all in line right now. Brian Appel from Team Bolo Bao and Nick Barber from Team GFT. Nick looking very calm right now, despite the fact that by
our
points,
third match between
everything's
Bolo
on the line
Bao
in
and
this match.
GFT Invincible will be Brian Abel from Bolo Bao and Nick Barber from GFT Invincible.
Here we go.
There you go, getting ready for the
Final,
matchup.
final regular match of this season. Let's see who's going through to the grand final.
All right, here we go. Guys keeping standing. Nick, we've seen before, playing a very active guard.
Brian's doing a great job of keeping tight here. Not allowing Nick to set up this guard. Trying to push through for a knee cut there.
Interesting to see how kind of clear size difference kind of plays into this.
Yeah, they look. I'm guessing they're kind of similar weights, but Brian's is a much taller guy.
Although we've seen Nick actually contend with like larger size differences before. I believe he fought Will Bray.
Much bigger size difference there.
And once again, a very, very active guard, very difficult to pass. I think that was
With
kind
that
of
X
the
guard
difference maker.
with the leg loop.
A good pocket grip on Brian. Threatening to sweep.
Nick has the pant grip too on the far leg of Brian, which is going to make it really hard for him to step off the hook. Referee Ryan just moving them back to the center.
Looks like Nick actually working the modified X. Or at least attempting to. What would you do if you were Brian on top here?
He's got to start undoing the knot. The pant grip's going to be really hard for him to try and pass this X guard. He's doing a good job of dropping his weight onto the hooks. Try and kill the activity from Brian.
Yeah, that pocket grip definitely causing a lot of issues.
Pocket grip's a tough one.
Narrowing Brian's pace.
Plus he's got his other leg looped, so you can't even step that leg, right?
I think you could drop even more weight than he is right now from the top? Or that's...
I mean, the hooks, he's putting as much weight as he can put down on the guy, but the point is, the way his legs are tied up, Brian's able to keep moving his base around. Brian almost pushing F, but so Nick pushing out there almost for a sweep, and Brian basing out.
Push it down.
I think we're going to have to pause there.
Slight unplanned set deconstruction. As the guys try and work a sweep right by the edge of the area there.
I think both guys are going to reset in the center, but each guy should get 3 points for knocking the sign down. We're going to reset in the center.
So referee Ryan awarding the 2 points there to Nick. That sweep out. And Brian getting the body triangle here, trying to work a sweep. His long legs make it relatively easy. Relatively easy for Brian to get that body triangle here. But it does stop. It does make it harder to do, I think, is for Brian to be able to try and work a sweep. But now he's gone back to a regular close-out position. See Brian trying to trap an arm here, maybe like working lapel grip. Nick doing a really good job of finding kind of a neutralizing position in the closed guard of Brian.
Brian getting a deep collar grip now. Let's see what he can work with.
Nick breaking that off.
Brian looks like he's trying to work for a Kimura.
Yeah, he was trying to get hold of the belt there and just missed that grip.
Once again, switching to the body triangle.
Switching back to the body triangle again. It's a real squeeze on your body. It makes it harder to breathe and harder to posture.
Really squeezing those ribs.
Nick feeling that there.
His bottom ribs.
Switching back to the traditional. He's got the arm across the body now. So now you can think about maybe trying to underhook that right. Yeah, or grab the pants and come up. Wow.
Huge sweep for Brian. Securing position. Flower sweep.
Very nice. So he gets the 2 and gets the 4. Switching this match around completely.
That's right. So now
Brian has it all to do now.
Brian with 4 points
for the match and for GFT's team chances of getting through to the grand final.
130 left. You have control.
90 seconds. See if Brian can bust out of this position. Nick doing a really good job of keeping tight mount position here.
The count is a sweep. No, still in the guard.
Because it's just going from main position back to guard.
Once again, Brian in the bottom, blocking in the body triangle. Nick working from the top.
60 seconds left.
Brian trying to loop over that lapel for a choke.
Brian almost getting that sit-up sweep again.
Looks like he's looking to see if he can work the Kimura on Nick's arm. Nick holding tight.
And Brian doesn't have to, Brian just has to keep control of this point. He's massively up in points.
Brian up 6 points to 2 right now.
Nick's got to try and find a way out of this guard, which is going to be really
only
difficult.
30 seconds left.
Body triangle again.
Not much time to work.
30 seconds. Obviously, at this point in the match, both guys are tired.
And this is a Hail Mary sort of submission win. It looks
20 seconds.
Because even a sweep at this point, or a reversal, would not be enough to overturn the 4-point deficit that Nick finds himself in.
So Brian just getting a penalty there for like stalling out.
And time.
So
it looks like Team Bolo Bao takes it win by
sweep
points.
and mount combination, proving enough in that match. Brian did a really good job.
Brian's very long legs.
So Kowloon BJJ taking over the spot from GF team and moving through to the grand final.
Well, it looks like Bolo Bao.
Bolo Bao, Lions Pride,
Bolo Bao,
Bonds, and Kowloon BJJ will be progressing to the grand final.
That way. Bolo Bao getting 1 plus 10 plus 5, 16 points for this round.
Putting them on top of the table.
Convincingly on top of the table.
Right.
We've got a longer break now.
A total of 41 points.
The final round decide which order the 3 fighters will be fighting in. So come back in 15 minutes. Team captains of
And that's the end of the regular season. Amazing stuff that we've seen. All of today's matches, very technical, very exciting. What we expect to see from the Pro Challenge.
I think so. But once again, I think not too many surprises necessarily. Teams very evenly matched.
Absolutely.
But the teams who were at the top of the leaderboard remain at the top of the leaderboard.
Just that one change in the 4th place slot in today's matches.
Certainly that's where the movement's going to be, I think. So right now it looks like our finals going in will be Bolo with 41 points, Lions Pride with 31, Bonds at 21. Actually, no.
I think we have Kowloon BJJ above that, right? Because they had 20 points on top of their 6 points already. So they're going to slot into 3rd.
Slot into 3rd. Kowloon BJJ 26 points.
And Bonds is going to be on
21.
So they're going to be our 4 grand final qualifiers.
That's right. So Kowloon BJJ doing a real good job of actually sneaking in to the top 4. This one made all the difference.
Absolutely.
Moving up from 7th place.
It was everything
all
to
the
play
way
for today, and Kowloon BJJ came on the day and performed.
Right, 7th place,
Great
and now
work,
into the
guys.
final, into the grand final. So now we'd like to take a moment also to say thanks to some of our marketing partners, Strap It Sports Take, NOCO, the No Carbs Company, and of course Joint Dynamics.
Guys are going to go the lightest to the heaviest.
I fought Elton first, and looking at Elton, I figured he's going to be more technical. I assumed that it was going to be a lot more game involved, so I did my best to try to find a submission before that would happen. With Heinrich, I watched his previous fight. I knew he was going to be big and aggressive, and I think it probably put me a bit on my back that I was a bit tentative and a bit wary of him, and I feel like I probably shut down quite a bit when it actually came to fighting him. But it is what it is, and when you're there at the time, your rational thought is not the same. So I have no excuse. Allah.
呢個名咧 ，Pons 咧就係 stand for BJJ only no sex 啊。咁係Gabriel 填緊自己個人資料嘅時候就填性別嘅時候就寫自己 no sex BJJ only 咁樣，咁就有個咁嘅 inside joke 啦。
just waiting right now for the action to commence in the episode 4 final between Bolo Bao and Team Kowloon BJJ. Once again, Bolo Bao and Team Kowloon BJJ are doing enough in this round to qualify them for the grand final in 3 weeks' time on April 13th. In the meantime, if you've enjoyed the action so far, do give us a follow at our Instagram account at 4.stripes. And of course, our Facebook page at 4STRIPES Prize Challenge. Once again, we're broadcasting live from Hong Kong Jiu Jitsu, Team Hong Kong Jiu Jitsu in lovely Mong Kok, Chim Sa Choi. Once again, we'd like to say thanks to our venue partner, Hong Kong Jiu Jitsu, run by the very ever dapper Aramaki-san. So we're going to wait a few more minutes as the teams themselves get ready for the final. So Ollie, it looks like we're looking down the barrel of Team Bolo Bao versus Team Kowloon BJJ. Any particular matchups that you'd be interested in seeing? Well, actually, we have with us right now.
Let's do the interview first before we get to that.
That's right. Let's go live. We got technical challenges. Here we go. We're going to go live with team captain of Bolo Bao. How you doing? Congratulations once again. It looks like Team Bolo Bao is actually top of the leaderboard now. 41 points. You guys have guaranteed yourself a spot in the final. How are you feeling about that?
Feels great. I think that's what we're aiming for the entire time, is just to qualify and just enjoy the entire process. It's bonus obviously to finish top of the league, but we're not going to lose sight of the fact that we're in the final right now. We want to go all out for this, and also we have to look to the future, and like back in mid-April we're going to get ready for the finals.
Well done on a very hard-fought match in all 3 matches with Team GFT Invincible. Any kind of surprises that you saw there?
No, not really. We kind of expected the line out and who was going to compete. We expected the big guy Heinrich to be first, and we also expected some of one of the other guys, because we saw him fight, and we kind of get ready for them. I anticipated he was going to be very strong. It's going to be hard to sweep, but a bit disappointed with the result, but otherwise the end result was what mattered.
Well, it's definitely an exciting matchup. And now looking forward to Team Kowloon BJJ, which looks, if we're not wrong, to have also qualified for the final with 26 points just sneaking in. So today actually made all the difference for them. You guys facing them this time round and then potentially facing them once again in the final. Does that change things up for you and how you think about the matches to come?
No, not really. Like we're not really too concerned of who we're fighting and who we're up against. At the end of the day, we have to be ready for all types of opponents, and just be game and get ready to fight. Doesn't really matter. We just go for it.
Well, definitely seems that you guys brought it. Well, I'll let you guys get ready. Congrats once again.
Thank you.
Look forward to calling your fights.
Pardon?
Look forward to calling your fights.
Okay, thank you.
You want to say hi to your mom?
She's not watching.
Okay.
She doesn't like watching these things. Yeah.
Get on that, Mom. Come on. So photogenic. Hong Kong's best commentary team right here. Calling it all for 4STRIPES Prize Challenge. Once again, if you like 4STRIPES, you can follow us on our Instagram at 4STRIPES and at our Facebook at 4STRIPES Prize Challenge. Thanks once again to JK for giving us all some great action so far, and we're looking forward to the final, which is in 3 weeks. Is that right, JK?
3 weeks to the grand final. Can't wait.
And where will it be, JK? 3 weeks at Sensory.
To Sensory in Wong Japan.
Where we had episode 3. April 13th.
Awesome. Can't wait. Excited to see who's going to be the overall grand champions.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting, especially given that these two teams may face each other once again in the finals themselves. So we're going to see them kind of feel themselves out, and then it'll be interesting in the finals itself to see how they kind of adjust as well. And even if every team kind of makes it in the current format to the finals,
it's another couple of weeks of keeping your game on.
A lot can happen in 3 weeks. Absolutely. A lot of weight can be gained in 3 weeks.
Yes, it can.
A lot of injuries can happen.
Season.
Yeah, that's right.
So, yeah, one more time to be on form for these guys. Hopefully they can take the title for Season 1 champions.
That's right. Any surprises so far from you, Ollie?
And I expected it to be really tight today, and that's what we've seen. Maybe I thought GFT team would maybe edge out the Bolo guys, but man, they're top of the table. They did really well. It's much bigger guys. Matches were very technical as we expected. So.
I think they definitely have been watching some tape, and they definitely planned it out. They figured out that Team GFT was probably going to field the same team. They kind of were prepared. The idea, especially with Woody being the first one out. What do you think about actually Team GFT's strategy of having essentially one large guy and kind of like two smaller guys?
This is great. Like, we've got that one guy who's going to go in there and try and dominate the match, see what they can do against, potentially could have been a really small guy on the other side. Right, so, and he took the win for them. So,
looks like we're getting ready right now.
So, get back to your seats, guys.
And we're about to get into the final of the day. So these are the champions of episode 4.
No one in front of the back shop, please.
And we're back. We're just preparing right now for the final matchup for episode 4. Looks like the matchups are going to be Connor from Team Kowloon BJJ versus Joel from Team Bolo Bao. Soon from Team Kowloon BJJ versus Justin. And Andre versus Brian Appel.
Alright, let's get down to the champions of episode 4.
In the final, we have Kowloon BJJ.
So we got a belt mismatch on this one.
And Andre. We also have Bolo Bao.
Technical Joel. Actually, both these guys were guard players, so it's going to be super interesting as to who can establish their guard game first.
Yeah, that'll be intriguing.
Kowloon BJJ and Joe Chook from Bolo Bao.
Not a particularly noticeable size difference, potentially a weight difference though. Here we go, here's the shake, and they're off. Alright,
Oh, wow.
setting the guard.
Connor doing a great job of sitting first. See if he can establish his guard.
Once again, pulling into that Achilles lock position that we knew the security.
Yeah, he's got
the tap in the first.
Yeah, he's reaching up on his lapel there, trying to get super deep on the ankle. Almost coming up there.
Almost coming up.
slight wardrobe malfunction there.
Wardrobe malfunction there.
Part of the game.
Yeah. Some members of the crowd getting more than they paid for. Some even getting it. I'm sure you'll see it on social media soon enough. Joel,
that is why you make sure your pants are tied tight, ladies and gentlemen.
Joel desperately imploring Connor to keep it as tight as possible. Possibly because Joel's going to be working for that same grip once again.
And we saw how he was liking the crab ride in the last match, so you want to be prepared for that, right? I'll make you YouTube famous.
That's right. Both guys unfazed.
So Brian just resetting them here.
Resetting in the middle.
Come back!
Working the Baron Bolo, Joel.
Both Baron Boloing, but Connor's doing a great job of following through. If he sprawls back here, he could end up top position. Joel doing a really good job.
I'm doing the same.
Okay, just going out of bounds again.
He's done enough to secure. No.
Brian resetting everything.
Or resetting all the way.
He rolled out of bounds and there was no position established. So fair enough. Both guys sitting again. Connor trying to work into a guard.
Interesting to see how Joel reacts. Obviously he's not working from his preferred close guard position that we've seen him in the last 2 matches.
Joel trying to be really heavy hips here and then almost getting the back step, changing sides. Doing a great job keeping a single leg X.
Yeah, that's right. Connor's ever-present hooks, giving Joel something to work with.
Oh, Connor almost coming to the top here.
He's coming top.
Joel's doing a good job. Yeah, wow. Almost sweeping back to the top here. Oh, Connor coming up again. Connor almost coming to the back there. Joel being heavy on that leg.
Joel looking to finish the foot lock.
Yeah, he's got that foot lock position.
Does he have the angle, do you think?
I'm not sure if he does. Great setup there from Joel to wrap that.
You can see him thinking about whether or not he had the right position to kind of finish it. And deciding yes.
Yeah, you have the option to finish in that upright position there, or you can go belly down and finish it. Joel electing to keep the top position.
10 points for their team.
And finish from there. Nice work by Joel.
Submission finish once again for Bolo. Straight foot lock.
2 subs for the day for Joel. Great work from him.
It was really interesting to see Joel work from a different position. We've seen him do really well from close guard in the previous matchup. So it was really interesting to see him go against like a real agile guard player in the form of Connor. Guys looking literally to be trading kind of footlocks with each other.
Footlocks, a lot of Ben Bolos rolling under, both guys rolling with it.
Yeah.
Kind of ending up in neutral, same position. So Connor not able to try and work that single leg X this time as well and find the sweep. And Joel kind of neutralizing that part of the game. So great work on him, be able to snatch the foot there at the end.
Yeah, well
to kind of belly down, straight foot lock position and finish the match.
For those of you taking pictures on your phone, posting on Facebook, Instagram, social media, please tag 4STRIPES, 4STRIPES Prize Challenge, hashtag 4STRIPES, hashtag 4STRIPES Prize Challenge.
So we're waiting for the second matchup. It's going to be Soon Lee versus Justin Tay.
BJJ and Bolo now. From BJJ we've got Sun Lee in the white, and from Bolo now we've got Justin Tay in the black.
the belt mismatch. See how Justin handles this this guard of Soon.
Well, I think everyone's going to be prepared for what Soon's gonna provide. Let's see.
I'm betting that Soon's going to pull guard.
I think that's I'm not sure that's a bet you'd win a lot of money on. Given the odds.
Both guys trying to go there and Bolo here. Soon, he's got the
Soon working the
back
belt grip.
Back of the gi. Oh, did he get the straight foot lock? Not quite. Soon turning his ankle there so the foot locks.
Soon really putting the boot on, making sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure Justin has it, but he's definitely trying to extend here and just test it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he couldn't quite get deep enough there.
Definitely working the belly down. Now in single leg X position. Single X. Oh. Going for X guard sweep.
Yeah, if you can grab the pants there, you'll be able to come up on that sweep, but Soon's doing a good job of keeping that leg far away.
Would you call what Soon's wearing a regulation gi? It seems like.
Well, they all went through the IBJJF gi checks, so I hope so.
Certainly it looks a little shorter, a little tighter than some of the other ones that we've seen so far that have given up some easy pocket grips.
2 points for Justin there, great.
2 points for Justin. Now the sweep.
Wow.
Securing position, securing side control.
And the three, so Justin being one of the first guys this season to pass Soon's guard. And we've seen how tough that is to do.
That's right. Justin not really given any opportunity.
Has been great in the other matches, so let's see if we can get this guard back. Justin working the lapel around the back there.
Interesting, Soon has not actually reached for the lapel so far. Still remaining firmly underneath Justin's belt.
Justin just being heavy here on side control. He's got that lapel control around the head. Can think about maybe trying to attack the arm on the left side of Soon. Maybe attack a choke. Come knee on belly and get another 2 points.
What would you do if you were in Soon's position right now? Justin having the lapel grip.
Yeah, I mean, see, he's doing a good job of framing with his arm here on his right side. He should be using this space that Justin's giving him there below his hips. To maybe think about hip escaping and replacing either a half guard or at least a guard so he's back in the game.
Still working underneath at least to keep the frame, keeping his elbow underneath Justin adjusting a little bit.
Justin doing a really good job of controlling here, just being heavy on top, switching his hips. He's got that lapel still. Now he even has, it has a super deep control on the
over that left armpit.
Yep. It's kind of going to stop the power in the left arm of Soon to be able to push away and make space.
Well, being heavy like this definitely kind of puts a crimp in Soon's inversion game. Very difficult for him to find the space.
There he finds it.
Spoke too soon. There's a bit of a scramble.
Wow. Let's see what he can do here. Justin just being heavy, dropping his knee. Those legs keep coming from Soon as we expect.
It does seem that Justin is well prepared for it. 2 minutes and 21 seconds
Soon's got his
left.
foot on the hip here, so it's going to make it hard for Justin to come in and put pressure.
Justin realizing this, looking to reset into a different approach.
Sleeve, just being tight here, so it's hard for Soon to place his hooks and establish his guard.
Look for Soon to really try to go for the lapel.
He's opening it right now.
Anticipating and controlling that hand with a sweep grip.
Let's see if Soon can establish that guard game that we expect to see from him. Justin 5 points up. Here comes the lapel guard.
Soon finding a foot deep and
see how Justin deals with this. 1 minute 30 left in the match.
Justin remaining composed on top, taking his time, 1 minute 30 seconds.
There you go.
So he went for that lasso lapel guard. And now he's passing the lapel behind Justin's knee, which is going to make it hard for him to step back wasn't able to hand it off to his other hand, but now he has. There's going to be a lot of pressure on Justin's right knee here. So now he's going to think about trying to roll through and get the sweep. Justin did a good job of being heavy on his right leg to stop that. And soon having to let go of the lapel guard. Wow.
Wow, Justin doing a real good job.
Really good job of neutralizing that.
That's right.
So controlling the left leg of Justin. So can't step back, trying to see what if he can try and work the sweep or an attack here.
Deep hands grip by Justin.
Yep.
It's been real interesting to see these guys come with answers to the problems that people pose.
Justin's being heavy, he's being tight, like he's making it really hard for Soon to set something up.
Now smash on this side. Smash what you can.
Just doing a real job dropping his knee heavy. Keeping that hands grip.
Go for the spider.
Soon taking the hold of the
Less than
lapel
15
once
seconds
again.
now.
10 seconds left.
5 seconds. 5 more seconds, bro. Keep there.
Soon opting to for a last one sweep and time.
Yeah, points win.
Justin going for a very gritty
And
points win.
really tight
5-0.
game, super heavy pressure. Made it very hard for Soon to try and play his game. Great
The
fight.
winner of match 2 between Callum BJJ and Bolo is Justin Tay from Bolo. 35 points, taking 5 points in their liberal score.
Yeah, definitely a great fight. It really seems like that has been the most effective way to counteract Soon's worm guard, lapel game that we've seen so far, actually.
If you allow someone to extend their hooks and play around with their hooks, it's always going to cause you a lot of trouble when you're trying to pass. Justin did a really good job of kind of being heavy, blocking the hips, neutralizing everything. And that's why Soon wasn't able to play his game.
Do you think that size makes any difference at all? Do you think if you were a smaller, stockier guy, it'd be easier to put the pressure on without giving as much space?
So when it comes down to size, you're way more reliant on leverage. Right? You can't muscle it against a much bigger guy, right? And this is what the entire sport of Jiu Jitsu is based on. So it's possible for these smaller guys to work a sweep on a much bigger guy, but at the end of the day, if the guy's been able to drop all their weight on you and there's a huge size difference, it's going to be really hard to play your guard game.
Well, I think it's really interesting to see that that's like kind of the classic little guy game in Jiu-Jitsu.
Right.
As anyone who's actually rolled with like an exponent of that kind of game, you know it is kind of the worst things that you can
And these guys will spin like a top, be underneath you or on your back before you know.
Or be unreasonably heavy and suffocating with absolutely no space left to go.
And Brian April. Andre from Callum BJJ in the black key. And Brian April from Bolo in the white key.
So now the final matchup of episode 4, the final matchup of the night, final matchup of the current season. Between Andre from Team Callum BJJ and Brian from Team Bolo.
So Andre's got all the work to do.
Once again, interesting kind of body matchup, 2 tall, lanky guys. Once again, full guard.
Brian being super heavy and tight here, not allowing Andre to try and work this guard.
And Ryan looking to free the lapel. Andre working spider guard now. Ariando pass. Almost.
Andre did a good job to spin around and re-establish a guard.
Ryan once again dropping his weight.
It's going to like reverse knee on belly. So it's not counting as a pass yet. Leg is still inside here, so okay, now he has the pass.
Brian moving into north-south position.
Getting 3 points for the pass there.
3 points for the pass. What would you do if you were in Andre's position down here? What would you be looking for?
So what I try to do here is bring my arms onto Brian's hips, frame off, and then move my hips from kind of swinging all the way around and try and either come to my knees or be able to hook a leg of Brian and then regain position back to bottom half guard.
Brian anticipating sprawling really hard on top, really controlling the position on top of Andre.
So Brian just being heavy, really controlling here. He knows he's up by 3.
I think Andre heard what you were saying, Ollie. He's kind of looking to employ your strategy right here.
Yeah, but Brian here's with his right arm is doing a really good job of blocking Andre's ability to be able to frame off the hip. So this kind of over-under control is a really tough one to escape from.
What would you be doing here if you were Brian?
Brian's doing the exact right things. Being heavy, over-under control, with his hand in the collar of Andre. This is really hard to deal with. And Brian electing to give space back to Andre. Move that down.
Well, with 3 minutes and 25 seconds left on the clock, there's still plenty of time to work, plenty of time to get a very convincing submission win.
Brian in this kind of northwest position, like driving his chest and hips into Andre's face so that he can't turn and face him. Which kind of eliminates one angle for Brian to be able to move his hips and think about trying to replace the guard or come back to his knees.
Don't let him loop his your gi over your neck, okay?
So Andre's trying to use the pedal here to try and get some leverage and create space and pull Brian away from him. So Brian's being so heavy driving down into Andre. Andre manages to get out of the position. So here you go, reset.
Reset on top.
See how they go now.
Standing.
You first. Go now.
Brian jumping guard, and now he's got that body triangle again.
Wow. Long-legged body triangle from the bottom.
That's going to really slow Andre down now. He's going to have to work real hard to bust out of this.
What do you think the antidote would be to a body triangle from the bottom?
From the bottom of closed guard, this is real hard to deal with because it's behind you, so there's no real way that you're going to be able to kind of work inside. Even if you get your elbows inside, it's not like you're going to start putting pressure as you would in a regular closed guard like this position. So Brian electing to go back to the regular position here.
It looks like Brian thinking about the Ezekiel.
Brian's got the overhook on Andre's left arm.
Overhook now.
And maybe think about setting up a choke.
Maintaining it. He's pulled the right arm across. One issue with the body triangle, it doesn't really allow you the flexible mobility to really kind of work on the back.
It kind of locks your opponent in place, but it also locks you in place. So your hips aren't free to move, and then you're going to have a real trouble with setting up things like sweeps and attacks. So now Brian's climbing his guard. Switching back to the body triangle again.
Brian's still maintaining that overhook over Andre's left arm.
I think with Brian, he knows he's up on points. He doesn't have to sweep here. He just has to control Andre. So all the work to be done is on Andre's side here.
Well, he's 3 points up with 44 seconds left to go. A deep overhook over the left arm of Andre really gives him opportunities to work for some.
Now he's controlling the head position, so it's really hard for Andre to posture. Can't start trying to work out of this position.
20 seconds left. Andre working really hard from the bottom, from the top.
Yeah, Andre's been definitely expending a lot of energy trying to bust out of this position, as you'd expect.
I think that's what Brian's also looking for too. Some overextension of the limbs, maybe giving up like an arm bar or triangle. And there's time.
Great effort from both guys in the end. Ryan gets those 3 points for that pass early on and takes the match on points win.
Points win for Team Bolo Bao.
So Bolo Bao clearly taking it on the day with 3 victories in the final round.
Just clean sweep in the final round, convincingly demonstrating their position at the top of the table with 41 points going into the grand final.
Champions of episode 4.
That's right.
Well done to those guys.
Friday Ball from Bolo Bao. 25 points taking 5.
Well done to all competitors. Particularly well done to Team Bolo Bao, demonstrating why they are, as all intents and purposes, the team to beat. I think it'll be intriguing actually going into the finals, where you're going to have 2 teams from Espada. You'll have teams that have already fought each other a few times.
So we can give you your $500 prize.
It'll be interesting to see how they prepare in the weeks to come.
Yeah, definitely. There's all to play for in the final now. Like, we have the champions of the season. Now let's see who's going to be the grand prize challenge. 5,000 Hong Kong dollars up for grabs. A bunch of Noko. Some strapping.
It'd be interesting to be a final wall on Team Espada. How seriously they take it, whether or not Team Lions Fight and Team Bolo Bao will be sequestered away, training at different times.
They could end up closing out the bracket of the grand final.
That's true.
That'd be great for Espada.
The big feather in his cap of black belt Rodrigo Caparão, demonstrating why Team Espada was always ready, very competitive in most of the regional competitions here in Asia.
Especially in the Hong Kong competitions. You normally see them on the podium for the overall tournament rankings.
Here we see Team Bolo Bao taking the $500 prize, episode final prize.
Some great jiu-jitsu on display from those guys today.
Definitely. And actually a lot of diversity too, right? You know, we got to see a lot of interesting different looks. You see guys who typically play close guard, also work bottom, also work kind of the berimbolo action. See guys like Justin, you know, not just moving from, you know, trying to sweep from sort of X guard or single leg X position to actually, you know, mitigating a very, very active worm guard. By
the versatility of Justin today. You know, he's fighting that huge guy in one match, and then he's fighting this technical guard player in another match. Shows the depth of his game.
Very good representative of Jiu-Jitsu overall, actually, showing how games can adapt, and technique, as they say, conquers all.
Amazing work by everyone.
Once again, we'd like to take a special thanks for our marketing partner, Strap It Sports State, NOCO, the No Cards Company, and Joint Dynamics, Intelligent Movement. We'd also like to thank our venue partner, Hong Kong Jiu Jitsu, where we're broadcasting live from today.
Aramaki-san.
Shout out to Aramaki-san for his hospitality and his efficiency. Once again, if you enjoyed all the action so far, do give us a follow at 4STRIPES, at 4.stripes on Instagram, and also on our Facebook at 4STRIPES Prize Challenge. Be on the lookout for highlights of all 4 episodes, including some of the most sought after submissions that we've seen so far, and more content to come in the lead up to the grand final in 3 weeks at Sensory on April 13th. April 14th? April 13th.
14th.
Now the obligatory no shirt.
No shirt picture.
No shirt picture. Let's see if Aramaki-san allows them to spray themselves with Noko. I'm not sure that's the best choice. But as they say in Australia, winners are grinners. And Team Bolo Bao definitely showing where all their hard work went into.
Get those BCAAs, and you'll be looking as shredded as these guys in no time.
The real question is, when are we going to bring USADA into this, or WADA? I do think that
Season 2, bro. It's on the cards.
Season 2.
We need it. Keep the competition fair for everyone.
I think that right there, once again, give a shout out to our sponsor, our marketing partner, NOCO. We could not think of a better endorsement of NOCO than 3 shirtless dudes on jiu-jitsu mats. You can tell that those guys live on no carbs.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. The final will be April 13th between the 4 teams will be Bonds, Calvin, BJJ, and the Lions Pride will be the grand final. Trying to compete to win the prize, $5,000 Hong Kong, and
5,000 spondulis. Man, these guys got all to play for.
Alright, April 13th. See you guys then. Hope you guys stay well, midweight, and injury-free.
So once again, into our final, just to confirm, will be Team Bolo Bao at the top of the leaderboard, Lions Pride, Bonds, and Team Kowloon BJJ rounding out the top 4 in an all-to-playoff knockout finale here on April 13th. Doing the big cap.
Signing off. We'll see you guys in 3 weeks' time.
We'll see you guys at the grand final, April 13th, Sensory. Be on the lookout also on our Instagram at 4STRIPES and at Facebook at Prize Challenge. Plenty more content to come, plenty of highlights from all the episodes so far, and probably interviews with all the teams going into the finals itself. So this is us, this is Oliver, this is myself, Boone Lee, and
Ollie Graham.
We're going to signing off. And great thanks also.
Thank you.
Oh, it's Professor Aramaki. So once again, this is us signing off. See you again on April 13th for the grand final.